About 2 weeks ago, the Phoenix Suns traded for Kevin Durant in what was one of the biggest trades in NBA history. So, does this move make the Phoenix Suns title favorites? Let's talk about it. So, let's go over the full trade. So, the Nets received Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks, and a pick swap for Kevin Durant and TJ Warren. Now, obviously, this is a big package, but that's what you expect for Kevin Durant. And honestly, I would expect even a little more, especially since in the offseason it was reported that the Nets were asking for Devin Booker in a potential Kevin Durant trade. So let's go over what this trade specifically means for the Suns. So obviously, getting Kevin Durant, you're going to move up in the rankings instantly just because of how good of a player he is. He's probably top 5 in the league right now, and just the talent he has is absolutely incredible. But also the fact you didn't even have to give DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, or any of your big names other than Mikal Bridges in this trade. So let's go over what their starting lineup is going to look like, because it's absolutely insane. So their projected starting lineup for once Kevin Durant and everyone is healthy is Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Torrey Craig, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. I mean, in my opinion, that's probably the best starting lineup in the NBA right now. There's a question on who's going to be a small forward, if it's going to be Torrey Craig, TJ Warren, or like Josh Okogie, but I think it would be Torrey Craig because of the perimeter defense and shooting that he can give for the Suns. So, I mean, this starting 5 is absolutely incredible, and I mean, but the thing is, obviously the biggest problem for the Suns with this trade is depth. Depth is already a problem for the Suns, and we saw that especially with the Devin Booker and Chris Paul injury, as they were losing a bunch of games without them because they didn't really have any people off of the bench who could really step up. And this is especially going to be a problem now with trading Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, as their depth is really struggling, and they're going to have to play guys like Damian Lee, Jock Landale, and Terrence Ross, who they recently got in the buyout market. They're going to have to play really quality minutes because of the lack of depth that they truly have. I think that they may have the worst depth in the league after this trade. But how big of a problem is depth when you have so much talent in your starting lineup like this? And especially since we've seen Kevin Durant carry teams in the playoffs like he did with the Nets when James Harden and Kyrie were injured, almost taking them to the conference finals pretty much by himself. So, I mean, obviously depth is a problem for his team, but other than that, I don't see a real problem. They have pretty solid defense as well. Chris Paul can play good defense. Devin Booker has shown he can be a good defender. Torrey Craig is a great defender. Kevin Durant isn't an amazing defender, but he definitely can be if he tries to. And DeAndre Ayton is a great rim protector. So honestly, I honestly think they're obviously contenders, but I think they're at the top of the top for the West. Obviously, the West is super wide open. It feels like any team could win, but I think with this trade, they cement themselves as the favorites for the West. Now, for the entire league, it's definitely a question. I think they're the third into the total league because I think that either team that comes out of the East would have a better chance for them. I think that that's going to be either Celtics or the Bucks, and I think either of those teams would be able to beat the Suns. In my personal opinion, I think it would be a great series, but I think that either of those teams would beat the Suns right now, fully healthy. Obviously, it is a question if the Suns will be fully healthy, but if they are, I really believe they could go anywhere, and I think they are the favorites. Obviously, the question is if they're going to be able to build their chemistry. However, as Kevin Durant is injured right now, he's not going to come until a little bit later, so they're only going to have a few games to build the chemistry with their new-look team. But I also think that they need some great moves in the buyout market with Terrence Ross. They also got Darius Bazley from trades. I think those are 2 great moves that helps their really lackluster depth. So, yeah, I think that the Suns are about the third best behind the Celtics and the Bucks, but if they won the championship this year, I would not be surprised just because of how much talent they have on the team. They have pretty much everything. They have shooting, they have defense, obviously they have scoring. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, 2 of the best scoring in the league. They have Chris Paul to make plays, so Kevin Durant and Devin Booker don't have to do it all by themselves trying to create, and obviously they can do that if need be. They also have a great big in DeAndre Ayton. They pretty much fill everything. So I really think that they are the favorites in the West, and I have them just behind the Bucks and the Celtics in the entire league. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe and like the video for more content like this, and yeah, bye.